everybody. Welcome back to the Future of Food with me, your host, Malia Williams. As head chef, it is my great responsibility to serve the viewers only the most nutrient-dense meals to keep them healthy and happy. Today, I'm going to be featuring a city that is sprinting into the future of food, the Valley. The Valley provides me with the main ingredients I use in all my recipes. To learn more about the amazing superfoods that I placed in each one of my recipes, I have with me today Max Gao, head food processing engineer at Eco Manufacturing, to explain the reason for the desert enactment and the needs and benefits of our two sustainable superfoods. Also joining us from the Elka Fields and Vertical and Botanical Gardens is our city's agriculture engineer, Jared Daniels. We welcome the both of you to the show and hope you may share some interesting information with us. Thank you.
Are you glad to be here, Max?
I'm glad to be here.
Let's start with you, Mr. Daniels. You garden and care for the protein maca and the produce moringa in the valley. What systems do you use along the growing process of your main food source, and how do they work?
We use Elkas to produce a totally green power for the valley. The Elkas are basically giant solar greenhouses where we grow our main protein source of the valley, which is maca. They generate power using a special filter that aims UV rays at a photovoltaic cell. Yet there are still enough UV rays to create photosynthesis for our maca plants.
How long does it take for the maca to fully mature?
Maca has a 9-month growing process and is rotated every 3 months, so you'll always have maca on your dinner table. Maca farming is also one of our main industries.
So the Elkas are located here on the edge of the valley.
Yes.
What other types of farms does the valley have?
In the middle of our inverse cul-de-sac, we have a 25,000-gallon pond, which contains tilapia. Around the pool, we have chickens and a variety of fruits and vegetables. The pond water is used for our aquaponic vertical gardens. It is a self-sustainable neighborhood garden pool. The only energy needed is a small solar-powered pump to cycle the water.
Moringa surrounds the homes in the inverse cul-de-sacs. Is that right?
That's right. You may not believe it, but the fences that surround the inverse cul-de-sacs and every other green fence you see is made of moringa. Just like maca, moringa can grow in harsh weather and poor soil. And to bloom, it might take about 8 months, but once it is mature, you only need to trim it and harvest the leaves and pods.
And that's when you would show them.
The moringa you have on your fences can be used for your own cooking. The leaves can be eaten fresh or dried, or the pods can be steamed or fried.
That's where you should hold up the pod.
Mm-hmm.
The pod.
What else can the leaves be used for?
They can be used for many things. They use powder of maca and moringa, such as smoothies, teas, and an assortment of healthy snacks. And if you want, the seeds in the pods can be also a tasty snack, like peanuts. Because moringa is so high in nutrients, it can cure and prevent 300 different diseases. As a result, we also use moringa in our hospital for our patients.
The hospital and research center is one of your main industries and draws people from around the world that are seeking cures. Wow, who knew we could use these superfoods for so many things? Let's move on to you, Engineer Gao. How did using these superfoods come about?
Well, Malia, before superfoods were popular, multiple food types were needed for citizens to consume complete nutrition. This was how to manage those superfoods, which are basically one food source that is packed full of different nutrition, became the standard for everybody. These superfoods met the standards for the desert enactment, which began in 2020 and so has been a success ever since. This desert enactment also bans cattle, that being one of the reasons of global warming, which required us to switch to a fresher protein. We also drew our attention back toward the healthier produce. So, therefore, our city is proud to produce these two superfoods for the citizens, moringa and maca.
What are the benefits for your superfoods?
There are three key benefits for the superfoods Moringa and Malta. First, these superfoods provide most of the nutrition needed for people, lots of protein and vitamins and minerals. Second, these superfoods are easy to grow in the desert. They require little water and improve flowers for the hot climate. Furthermore, they grow well in the city's popular garden towers, which are like high-rise farms.
Very interesting. It is amazing how far the valley has come since putting the enactment in place. They are really making strides here in the valley. Many of their new ideas and technology amazingly are being replicated for the future community on the planet of Titan. Well, our time for today is coming to an end. Please join us tomorrow where we explore healthy holiday meals. Be a healthier, happier people.
Nice.
Thank you.